Hi everyone, that's Streamer1993 back with more streaming. So today we have Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie is a Nintendo 64 title that was released, I believe, was 96, 97. For those who don't know, Banjo Kazooie was probably one of the better platformers that was released on the N64. Basically, it features a bear and a bird duo who has to go out and help Banjo's sister from a grunge named Matilda. Or, not Matilda, what the hell's her name? Grundy. So I'm not going to play the intro, only because I'm afraid of copyright. But we're going to turn up the volume on this just a little bit. I wasn't really sure how high the volume had to be for this. Now, interesting fact about this game, I have played this game numerous times, but I've never actually beaten it. The reason I've never beaten it was mainly because, in order to get to the last part of the game, you have to collect so many of a certain type of item, and I could never get enough, because it's kind of like, it's a little, like if you want to 100% complete the game, you need all these items, and the limit you need, or what you need, is actually quite sharp. Like for example, let's say if I needed 50 of them, there might be only 60 of them total in the game. So if I ever get to the point where I can't seem to figure out where to get these items at, I'm going to actually just look them up, because I want to actually be able to complete this game myself one time. But we got 3 game options here. None of them are ridiculous, they're just save files. Now, first things first, another thing is that I don't really use this controller. I've never used it for NSO Online. So I'm going to be hitting B a lot instead of A. But I think you guys are pretty much used to that with the way the last thing held up. So now we're going to just make a quick run through the intro of the game, which is still impressive for N64 era. Even just cutscenes. They also pull like an Animal Crossing thing where instead of actually talking with voice acting, they put text up and they make noises. So that's an interesting thing. Ding pot by the bench. Who's the nicest looking wench? Why, it's Grundy any day. She really takes my breath away. Yes, you're right. I'm rather proud. My looks stand me out from the crowd. But there is this girl. What do you mean? This cannot be. There's no one prettier than me. Why, it's Tootie, young and small. She's the prettiest girl of all. No, you must be mad. Nicer beauty can't be had. Unfortunately, I think you'll find it's Tootie. She's cute and kind. Well, we'll see about that. So in case you can't tell, Grunty in this game likes to rhyme almost every single sentence. So you're going to be seeing a lot of her using words that are kind of out of place, and that's the reason. Hi there, Tootie. What are you going to do today? When my big lazy brother wakes up, we're going on an adventure. Wake up. I want to go on an adventure too. So the bird there, her name is Kazooie, and the bear's name is Banjo. If Tootie thinks she's fairer than me, I'll steal her looks and ugly she'll be. The mole's named Bottles, and of course the girl's named Tootie. Is that your brother? Where, Mr. Mole? I can't see him. Up there in the sky. I don't think so. Who is that? Come to me, my little pretty. Soon you'll be ugly. What a pity. Let me go, you ugly hold-a-hag. Don't scratch and bite, my little bear. You'll soon need bigger underwear. Oh no, she's got her. Somebody. Help. Banjo, wake up. Now. Yawned. What do you want, Kazooie? Let's get outside. There's trouble. So you're going to forgive me here. The NC4 was kind of like it was designed differently from a from a regular controller. So first thing is first, we don't have a lot of moves, but we actually can either learn them or have them given to us. I'm actually going to learn them just so I can give you guys a general example of how the controls work. But it's definitely the NC4 is definitely different from this controller I'm using. Listen up, I'm Bottles, the short-sighted mole. I'm Banjo, and this here's my buddy Kazooie. Sure is a strange-looking bird, Banjo. Can it talk? Better than you can, Goggle Boy. What was all that noise about? Where's my sister, Tootie? The ugly witch Gruntilda swooped down out of the sky and grabbed her. So Gruntilda is actually her full name, I forgot about that. Come down, Gigi. She'll get her back. Where'd she go? Grunty is kind of like her short name. She flew up to her mountain lair. It's really dangerous. So you'll probably need some training before you go up there. Press A if you want me to teach you some basic moves, or press B if you think you're good enough. Already good enough. So this confused me as a kid. From the sound of it, if you hit B, you don't get any moves. If you hit A, you learn moves. So I'm gonna hit A just for the sake of the game. You'd like some help, Bottles? What do we do? Explore this area and look out for my molehills. Stand next to them and press B to call me. See you soon. So like I said, getting used to these controls are going to take some time. Right now I can only oh, hang on. That was some stream lag, I think. Or that was the game lag, I'm not really sure. So all I can really do here is pretty much move and jump at the moment, but we're going to learn more stuff. The game, it must be a connection with my thing. Hello again. We'll start with the camera controls. They're on the yellow C buttons, which actually is just this. I'm pretty sure it's this stick here. Geez, that's nothing special. Try this then, Beaky. Tap R to move the camera behind Banjo. Is that all worm breath? No. Hold R to keep the camera behind your feathery butt instead. Try it out. I'll see you at the next molehill. Alright, let me fix something real quick. I think I understand why there's a little bit of delay. He's messing with Banjo right now. So my capture card is actually on the ground, or hanging, so I had to be careful with that. So if we can see, we now have access to capture controls. It's very Mario 64-like. Still a bit of lag, isn't there? Alright, well if that happens, I'll just have to deal with it. Hope it doesn't happen in bad situations, but you can see I can zoom in and out. I can hit R1 to get behind me. It's probably the most useful one. Now we're going to go to this molehill. Oh, hit the wrong buttons again. Your jump could do with some help. Huh. What do moles know about jumping? More than you. Press A to jump and hold it to jump higher. So we basically got to perform all these moves. Let me plug my laptop back in. Something I always forget to do for some reason. It might cause a distinction with lag. So if we hit, now you can see we hold, whoops. So now we can say we hold A, we can actually jump a little bit higher than that. Come on, Feathers. You can give him a hand. Why? I'll look silly. I know it. Jump and press A again in the air for a double jump. So with this one, we jump and then we hit Kazooie to have us float for a little bit. That's it. We're ready to move on. Not until you learn this one. First, you must stand like this. What? Wearing ridiculous glasses and silly grin? I'm not listening. Hold Z, then press the A for the mighty flip, flap, jump. So you're gonna know that I'm kind of like reading ahead of this because I kind of know what this game is already. So there's Z. Okay, so now whoops, wrong button again. And there's the big jump. That's all the jumps. Keep practicing. So after I beat this game, I'll probably go through the game and like all the collectibles. But basically, what this allows us to do is allows us to jump, double jump, and then do the big jump. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna flip flap jump to grab these. I'm an extra honeycomb piece. Collect 6 of us to increase your energy bar. So you're gonna see if I press start that there's 4 honeycombs above next to where Banjo and the lives are. All the other stuff on the right side, those are from the top to the bottom, are notes, eggs, red feathers, gold feathers, puzzle pieces, and tokens. You can see the bottom. You can see at the very bottom. There's also 5 things they're just there. Those are called Jinjos. There's a lot of different things to do in this game, but essentially, if we collect 6 honeycombs, we get an extra honeycomb piece, which gives us 1 extra hit. Some eggs, I believe, will take 2 hits from us, but overall, it's not that bad. I gotta get used to where the A button is. I gotta tell you that. I'll tell you that for free. I just screwed up right there. All right, so we gotta double back. So we need to jump, flutter, grab this, and then if we get also see something back there, if we jump and flutter, I fucked up. All right, guess we'll go back. Like I said, I think it might be because the way the control stick is, because those who don't know, on the Nintendo 64 stick had like a star-shaped pattern. So once you got in a certain position, you can you had notches, I guess what you would call them, and basically, damn it, I am not good at that. Oh, my friend's playing Legend Arceus again. All right, I think I'm gonna skip that. Essentially, what that is an extra life, because I can't seem to like I'm not good enough with the jumping yet. I guess I'll try one more time. Why the hell not? Let me get my cruiser off the screen too. You guys probably didn't see it yourselves, but all right, let's try it again. See, I think what I'm doing is I'm jumping too early. Also, for whatever reason, if you decide to jump and then flap in the water, you actually go faster than if you swam. So if you ever see like a speedrun in this game, that's what a lot of people do. Let me try again. I gotta get more used to jumping. So we jump, flutter, jump, flutter, and jump, flutter. There we go. And normally when you pick anything up in this game, it'll tell you what it is. Look out for me, I'm an extra life. So when you lose all your health, you start back in the beginning of whatever level you're at. There's levels in this game. And if you have to lose all your lives, you get a game over, and there's a special game over screen that maybe I'll show you guys at some point. So it's okay. There's also a couple other things we can do. Attacks and junk. Fancy learning to swim underwater. Ooh, sounds difficult. And I'll get my fur wet. Come on, Banjo, I want to swim. Spill the beans, Specky. Use the control stick to swim on the surface. To swim underwater, press B. To dive. Go on, give it a try. So if we jump, we hit B, we'll go underwater. While underwater, Banjo can press A to kick his legs, and the winged wonder can press B to use her wings. So you're going to see that there is a blue specks on the left side. Those are honeycomb pieces. Essentially, when you're underwater, your health bar turns into an oxygen bar, and when you run out of oxygen, essentially you just drown. So there's the third one that we need of those. And also, in this game, especially on this controller, swimming underwater is really hard to do. And like I said, until I get used to this, you're going to see me this up a lot of times. Alright. So now I have to figure out what the rest of the molehills are, because I still don't remember much about this game. About how... Well, I don't know much about control, let's put it that way. So now if we come over here, I believe there is a molehill here. By the way, you also been to a molehill before. Basically, it'll just say... It won't do this animation, it'll just tell you what you have to do. Hey, Banjo, I hope you're not afraid of heights. I'm not. Teach me about flying, Root Muncher. Not yet. Banjo, jump onto a tree, then use the control stick to climb up or down. So you can use these on more than just trees, but there is a particular tree we can actually get on for a honeycomb piece, and it is over there. That was clearly the first person cam. Because we need 2 more honeycomb pieces now in order to complete this. There's always going to be enough to get 1 more honeycomb piece in every single level. So there is that. I believe there are 2 more situations we can learn. And I think they're both basically attack moves, because there are enemies that can hurt you in this game. My beak barge attack needs the help of an old chicken legs. At least I've got some legs. Short stuff. Hold Z then press B for a powerful beak barrage. So it's this one and then this one. So now if you break all these rocks here that have items, and you break whatever one, it doesn't matter which the last one you break, but if you break the last one, it has a honeycomb piece in it. Here's the last one, I believe. He'll also inform you when you, where are the, oh, there's a mohole over there. He'll also inform you when you get all your moves for a level, so. Banjo, it's time for you to learn the claw swipe attack. What is that? I must know. Simply press B while standing still or moving slowly. Sounds good. What can I try it out on? Well, how about bird brain? Just try it, bottle boy. Only kidding. Let me find something with a challenge. Ah, there's Topper. Whack him, Banjo. So in this situation, the enemy actually will just watch me and not attack me, but if we just stand still and hit B, you'll see me use this one like a lot less than other ones, but there's that one there. Wow, nice one. Try another. Hey, I want some moves. The reason I say I don't use this one a lot is because there's other moves, and this one is kind of hard to use if you're moving around a lot. Now try and fearsome forward roll. I want to learn to fly now. Roll by running and pressing B. I'll see if I can find ball for you to practice on. So this is the one that you're going to see me using a lot because you have to move in order to use it, and considering you have to move a lot in this game, it's really good. Bullseye. One more. Stop rolling up. I feel sick. Time for the buzzer to learn a trick. It better be a good one, Squinty. Try out the rat-a-tat rap by jumping and pressing B in the air. Now where's Collywobble? So if we jump and hit B, very good for flying enemies. Not bad, Featherface. Give me another, Bog Eyes. And then if we manage to beat all these guys, there's the last honeycomb piece. That's it. You've learned all the basic moves. Meet me at the top of the spiral mountain, and I'll tell you what to do next. By the way, people who haven't played the N64 version might recognize Banjo Kazooie from Smash, which I can't really blame you guys for because the N64 is an old console. Now we can actually get hurt by the enemies, and you can see that they drop these things. That refills 1 energy. I'm sticky, tasty, honey energy. So now I have to, okay, so here's where we have to go. Now enemies will appear since you now have an ability to actually hurt them, and they can hurt you, obviously. So in this game, when you complete a level, there are certain items you have to collect one time. Like for example, if I collect so many of these items, they're called notes. If I collect 55 and then I die or leave, it means I have to collect 55 notes plus the extra however many there are in the level in order for me to get all the notes in the level. So there's going to be times where I'm going to just run through an entire level instead of breaking it up for that reason. Well done, guys. You're ready to tackle the witch now. We sure are. Show us the way, Bottle Boy. I fixed the bridge so you can cross it and enter Gruntilda's lair. Thanks, Bottles. Look out for me inside. Good luck. So while you're in this layer, they're actually the atmosphere changes quite a lot. So I thought I'd just be able to let you guys know that. Cutscene. This fine contraption, so I'm told, will make me young and Tootie old. Let me go, you fat hag. My brother will come and kick your butt. Rescue Hill he will not dare. There are many dangers in my lair. Hurry, Fungo, press that switch. I'm tired of being an ugly witch. Yes, Mistress Grunty, power is on. Soon be ready. Banjo, help. By the way, if you're not used to her laugh yet, you're going to get used to it pretty quickly. There he is. The fun begins. My tricks and traps. We'll see who wins. So up here, you're going to see there is a puzzle piece here. Hey, it's me, Mr. Jiggy. Now find a picture with a piece missing. So it's actually called a Jiggy by Home puzzle piece, basically the same thing. So we collect one. Zilly will eat it for some reason. Now there are 10 in each world, including 10 in the overworld, which is kind of like what this layer is. You're gonna see if we look up here, you're gonna see there's Grunty here. Now we go over here. There's the first place we can go. So in order to unlock an area, you have to use puzzle piece in order to complete a picture, and then the area unlocks. So you're gonna see what I'm talking about here in a minute. We're gonna walk right over here, on top of this thing here. To enter the world shown on the picture, you must fill in the missing spaces with the jigsaw pieces. We've got the first one, jigsaw piece, Goggle Boy. Great. To fill in the missing spaces on a picture, press A. If you don't want to use any jigsaw pieces, press B to leave. That's it. The picture's complete and door to Mumbo's Mountain is open. That was such an easy fit. The others may just test your wit. So, this is what I was talking about. In order to access the very last world/boss fight, you have to collect so many pieces. And in order for you to do that, you have to complete all the worlds. Or at least get some puzzle pieces in all the worlds, unlock all the worlds. So, there are 3 new moves to learn in this world. Find my molehills, and I'll explain. So this is the first world. I pretty much know a lot about this world. I'm not sure what these enemies are called. They're just kind of annoying. Including the 2 honeycomb pieces you get here. I think actually the honeycombs vary by world. But if you see here, we can see there is one of those Jinjos up here. So we're going to jump. Well, I'm going to say we're going to jump, but I keep hitting the wrong buttons. And we're going to grab this. Yippee, you saved me. Gruntilda has imprisoned 5 of us Jinjos on each world. Free us all to get a Jiggy. So we need some moves in order to access most of this area properly. So we're going to come down here. We're going to collect these notes here. I'm a note. 1 of 100 on each world. Collect us to open the note doors. So like I said, me walking in a straight line in this game is kind of hard because on the N64 version they have notches on the controller, so it's going to be hard for me to stay straight sometimes, which is obviously going to cause a problem at some point. So this enemy here is just a bull. I'm not sure the actual name of him is. You actually cannot kill him. At least not. I don't think you can yet. So we're going to jump over. Damn it. Collect this Jinjo. We'll go down here. So like I said, there are 100 notes in each world. And basically you want to collect as many of them as possible because they help you open up doors in order to access more of the game. I am not good with this shit. Trying to get this last note. Hopefully there's not a lot of underwater levels, so it's not really that big of a thing. Plus underwater levels and toys are being annoying anyway. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. Annoying anyway, so... Alright, we're gonna jump. Can we make it over here with it? No, we cannot. Alright, we're at the go up a little slope here. Now we can knock this enemy out in order to get him to stop following us. So we're gonna do that real quick. So these things here, if you break them, they'll give you 3 honeycomb energy, which we use to restore your health. So we're gonna come here first. This is where the first Jiggy is. Several Jiggies are. Grah. This Konga's tree may hit bear with oranges. So you can probably tell by looking at this, you're actually supposed to stand on these things here, and you let Konga hit him with the oranges while not letting yourself get hit. Which is actually a little harder than it seems, because you have to stop and then be very careful. Yeah, I got him. Clever bear found Konga's gold. You must search for 10 of us on each world. We'll help you progress through the witch's lair. When you're ready to leave the world, return to the start area and stand on the exit pad. There's something else we can do here, so if we go over here, got this guy here. Chippy hungry, wants orange now. Feed Chimpy. So, you actually can climb the tree that Konga's standing on. You actually can't hurt you while you're on the tree. You can actually grab orange. Hey, that's Konga's orange. Put it back. Yum. Oranges are nice. So we give this to him. He'll get happy about it. Oh, Chippy likes Konga's orange. Chimpy helped Fat Bear and Bird. So it raises up for us. And there'll be a puzzle piece that spawns on it. Gotta remember to get used to calling him Chicky, so that's the actual name for him. And we have to, let's see, it's this one, so I'm not used to that. Hang on. Whole jumping thing's gonna beat a death to me. We're the eggs. Kazooie can learn to use us as ammo. Time for the buzzard to learn the ancient way of the egg. I'm listening, Beetle Breath. Hold C, then press the top C button to shoot out an egg out of your mouth. Hey, sounds cool. Anything else? Sure. Press the bottom C button instead, and can shoot out them from behind. Sheesh, sounds painful. I wish I'd never asked. Bird Brain carried 100 of eggs in her backpack. Oh, and you can also use the control stick to aim while you are crouching. Exciting, huh? Now that you've learned to use the eggs, here's 50 to practice with. Your energy is a little low. I'll fill it up for you. Alright. So there is something else we can do here, but unfortunately we can't do it at the moment. So we're just gonna grab this stuff here. Me Mumbo's token, used for Mumbo magic. So in each of these worlds, there are these switches. If you manage to get the move to use them, basically somewhere outside the level, a puzzle piece will spawn. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to actually use it yet, but it's in this level. So I have to get used to that already. ZA, alright. Now, we can actually beat Konga here by using that egg thing that they mentioned. However, this is going to be a little difficult because I'm not used to the controls yet, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Me safe here. Bear can't hit Konga. If we hit him, he's going to throw an orange at us. And I fell off. I gotta use the damn jump again. ZA. I'll get used to this shit. So make sure we reset every single time we hit him once, and he'll get mad. He'll throw an orange. I think it hit him 3 times total. Yep, there's 3. Erg. Bear beat Konga. Me give prize to Bear. And he gives another puzzle piece. So, the only thing that sucks about if you're moving and you decide to get in the car position, Banjo will actually slide a little bit, and that's why I fell off the edge the first time. So by looking at the time I have left in the stream and how many post pieces I have, I'm probably going to spend the rest of the video. Things a bit slippery, huh? Find me and I'll teach you how to get up steep slopes. I'm probably just going to finish this level and be done with it. I don't want to push my luck and try to do another level. Plus it's going to take me a while to get to that level, and then all the extra dialogue and blah 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 blah, so we're not going to do that. So next move is up here. Also a puzzle piece there, but we'll deal with that in a second. The Talon Trot will let Kazooie tackle steep slopes with ease. That sounds useful. How does she do it? Hold Z, then press the left C button. Continue holding Z while moving Kazooie around with the control stick. Go practice. So this is actually the fastest way of actually getting around this game. So a lot of you'll see speedrunners use the damn thing all the time. So first thing we're going to do is grab this puzzle piece. Now for those who wonder about the title, NSO stands for Nintendo Switch Online. This is just the version. I'm pretty sure it's still derived from the N64 version, but it's technically what it is. So we got that. Now we can use it on these slopes here. We're going to be using that a lot to get around slopes. Grab the eggs that are here. By the way, you still collect items that you have max of. It'll just collect them and not add your main score. So the reason I'm not going to use the Talon Trot as much as some other people might is because I'm not confident with the control stick enough for me to pull that off. For example, right there, I've got to get used to the controls again because there's just so much. I gotta probably start using R more than anything else instead of using the damn C stick. Or the right stick. You actually hold it while you're moving in order for it to readjust. It's a little jarring that way, but it's easier. Alright, we're gonna grab you. Slide down. This is an ant, or whatever the hell they're called in this game. They're not really particularly nasty. But now we're gonna come up here. And we're gonna do several things. First thing we're gonna come here. We Juju, Mumbo's totem pole. Feed us with nice stones. So if we use a stone here, one goes down and they get faster. Basically a timing. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do this several times. Come on. And then on the last one, before we hit the last one, if we decide to actually use the, use the flip-flap jump to jump here, we actually see that we can grab this. If we don't do it now, we cannot actually get it. We're going to grab it. And then we're going to put the last egg in there. And we get a puzzle piece for our trouble. Now, here's the last move we can learn here. I call this the Beak Buster. Jump into the air, then press Z and to send Kazooie slamming hard down to the floor. Go. I don't like the sound of that, Banjo. Get used to it, Nestro. You'll be using it a lot. Whoa, Banjo, there's nothing more I could teach you on this world. So in case you guys didn't actually get the thing, is that he just called her a girl, and Kazooie actually is a girl. Which, unfortunately, because Banjo is male, there's a lot of fanfics that are around. So I don't recommend looking too much into that because I've seen that kind of shit, and it gets weird. Anyway, we're gonna grab this token here. Now, depending on which ones you break, there'll be different stuff in them. For example, this one has eggs, we really don't need them. We're gonna grab the note here, grab this one. This one has an enemy in it, which I'm gonna kill real quick to make sure it doesn't get in our way. Grab the energy. Jump here, grab this note. Come on. Jinjo here, thank you. We'll take you. And in here, we have to collected enough notes to break the first note door spell. Grab this extra life. And in here will be a puzzle piece. That brings us up to what, 5? 6. Alright, now we can do a few more things before we leave. First thing we're going to do is before we enter this little hut here, we're going to flip-flap jump in order to, well, attempt to. The platform in this game is a little bit tricky. And that makes number 7. We're going to go in here. Me Mumbo, best shaman in all game, can help Banjo and Filthy Feathered One. Watch it, Hut Boy. Mumbo magic tokens hid by Witch. Find tokens and Mumbo help you. Banjo got enough tokens for Mumbo magic. Look for a sign, bring more. We need 5 in order to activate it. Once we activate it, we can come back here and use it as many times as we wish. We're going to grab these notes here. We're actually going to jump on top of this little ass pole here. And And up here, I believe all that's up here is really eggs, I think. But, yeah, just eggs. But just showing you guys where they're at, essentially. Sometimes there's stuff above stuff, too, that you really can't see. So we're going to leave and come back. Because we need to come back later anyway in order to... So usually what this magic is used for is help to complete certain parts of the level that Banjo normally can't get to by himself. And this big tower here is one of the reasons we need the magic. So now that we have every move in this game, we actually can do a couple of things. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to use the Talon Trot to get around the things here. And now these slopes that have extra stuff on them, we actually can get those things. For example, the notes, and there's the last Jinjo there. So like I said, I'm gonna get screwed up so bad here because there's no notches, but I'm gonna fall off several times. Those are the point in the games where you need Talon Trot in order to get to certain spots very, very quickly. And that obviously with me rushing is going to be a problem. That's why I would never be a good speedrunner. I would screw up so many times that it wouldn't be fun for me. At least not in these kinds of games where the movement is kind of everything. So I'm just making sure I have everything on this thing. Okay, there's one more thing of notes. There's the last Jinjo and they give us a puzzle piece. That's 8. So the last 2 are pretty easy. Well, the last one's always hard to get. But if we come over here to the other side of Mumbo's Mountain real quick. Hello there. There's another slope. Another slope is another puzzle piece and a bunch of more notes. Grab the puzzle piece last. Now there are several ways in this game for you to skip the Banjo animation where you get a puzzle piece. And speedrunners have learned several ways to do it. For example, underwater you can't do it. In the air you can't do it. So a lot of people like make it purposely because it saves several seconds in order for them to not do that. Grab this token here that I seem to have forgotten. I think the last few notes are actually in that tower. So, another reason I go there. Puzzle piece number 9. Alright. So I'm saving the mountain specifically for last. We do need one more token. I'm trying to vaguely remember where it is. But now that we also have the, whatever the hell, the Kazooie Slam, or the hell they called it, I can go over here, and now I can hit that portrait for a puzzle piece to show up somewhere. And that's one of the reasons I'm saving the tower for last, because you'll see what I'm talking about after a bit here. If I fell off, I was going to see if you stay still and then you do it, no slide. But if you happen to do it while you're sliding, it can really screw you up. Of course, because I'm an impatient little bastard, it's going to happen to me a lot. Now we're going to ground pound this. On top of the thing you're going to see there is a puzzle piece. The problem with that is that the Talon Trot isn't good enough in order for us to be able to scale that. So we have to figure out a way to get up there. Now I'm trying to remember, how many tokens do I have now? I have 4, right? I'm trying to remember what the last one is. Because clearly I need 5. And I'm trying to vaguely remember where the last one is. Oh, I know where it is. I remember now. Whoops. So when you're in the tower, the ants will be very disrespectful. I'm going to kill them anyway. Shut up. So, we're going to jump up here. And you're going to see as soon as we get so far, we can't do it. Now, eventually we get so far up here that even the Talon Trot can't do anything. But here's the last token. So now we're going to leave. We're going to go up the slope. We're going to go talk to Mumbo. So Mumbo's magic just transforms Banjo into several characters. A lot of their moves are disabled during that time, but they also can do special things that no other character can do, and that's how you complete certain parts of the level. Banjo has plenty tokens. Stand on skull and press B to see mighty Mumbo magic. The first form is not impressive, you just transforms into an ant. Mumbo's magic, for you to change back, you come when ready. Termite bit small. I guess they're termites, but not bad for first spell. Mumbo practice needed. So now that we have this ability, we actually can climb surfaces we normally can't. However, we have no access to Kazooie, we can't attack, and there are several other limitations. Well, Kazooie's still technically the backpack, yeah. Get those shorts. I want them. So they'll also be rude. And we can't attack, so we have to be very careful, so. Now we can climb up here. Still some platform involved, but on these surfaces right here, you can't get it with Banjo, even with the special move. So we're going to use it to get up here. Give me that cool backpack or else. Now we can collect the last few notes here. Oops. And also, when you do get a life. You found all 100 notes on this world. Well done. Now we're going to keep jumping. As far as I know, in termite mode, there is no way to kill an enemy, so you have to be very careful. So I think, yeah, we're just going to grab a few ways. We're going to try to avoid the termite if we can help it. We had to get hit quite a few times, though, in order to die. So now we come up here, and we're at the top of the tower. There is a life on the right side. Grab it. Probably never going to need it. Now, Banjo normally does an animation when you collect all 10 Jiggies. You won't see it here because we're not in the correct form, but there is that. So now we got everything basically in this world that we can get, with the exception of one item. I'm going to get that right now. We can essentially leave. So when you're transformed, here's the last thing we got to get here. You actually can leave the world, but after you venture so far from where the world is, the magic will actually wear off. However, the developers thought of this, or they designed it this way, so now if we go to the exit pad, we can do one more thing before we leave. The bottles will inform us about how the scores work. Grunty's magic stops you from taking the notes off the world, but the 100 you just collected could count as your best note score. Try to get 100 on each world, as they are needed to open the note doors. So now we can actually climb up here using jumps and a couple of things here, so we now get another puzzle piece. So if we try to leave, Mumble will inform us telepathically. Mumble magic get weak. Animal turn back or magic go. When you open a world door, baddies escape and roam once more. So now we transform back. Magic all gone. Must go back to bear and bird. Now. Alright. So now with the ability to actually talent trap, we can get past the next obstacle here. So we climb this up. And these are note doors, so they will reflect occasionally how many notes you need. So we need 50 in order to open up the door. So first, hang on. Didn't mean to try to cutscene that quick. This is a note door sealed by Grunty with one of her powerful musical spells. Open up then, jam jars. It's not that simple. To open it, you must collect the musical notes from the worlds. How many do we need? The number on the door is the strength of the spell. The combined total of all of your best notes from the worlds must be at least this to break Grunty's spell magic. Okay, so I was going to collect energy from the thing nearby, but he filled it up for me. So here's the animation I was talking about, where you collect all Jiggies. Always happens when you open up a note door. So now we're going to head into the next area. That door was easy. You got past. Unfortunately, you're first and last. Hello there, young ones. I'm Brentilda, Grunty's nicer sister. I've crept down here to help you defeat the old hag. It's about time she was taught a lesson. I know all of Grunty's disgusting secrets, and I'll tell you the 3 of them every time you find me. Remember them well, as young ones, as they will help you avoid a fiery fate. Press B if you'd like to hear them. So I'm going to give you an example of these, but I'm mostly going to look them up because what they mean by fiery fate, there is a section in the game later on where to answer questions, and she has basically all the answers. And some of these are really disgusting, just letting you guys know. Grunty's brushes her rotten teeth with salted slug-flavored toothpaste. She also washes her hair with baked beans. Yuck. And she gets her clothes from the Saggy Maggie's boutique. So this is the next world. This is called Treasure Trove Cove. So we're going to actually, to remove pieces that you have already put down. Press the down C button. Once the picture is complete, all the pieces are stuck there permanently. So we're going to use, we're down to 9 puzzle pieces now. We open up Treasure Trove Cove. So essentially, I'm going to make my way into Treasure Trove Cove just to save the game, make sure the game saves, that I open up the thing. I don't know how the game auto-saves half the time, but sometimes it's very weird how it happens. So, next thing we're going to do is, these are more Grunty's minions here. I screwed up. And actually, I should have done damage there. For some reason I didn't. We're going to head down here. A little off-area room that you could easily miss. There's eggs here. I think there's also a token hidden out of sight. Yep. You've activated a magic cauldron. Find 2 of the same color to create a shortcut. So a lot of times those aren't really useful. There are certain times when they are. It really does sound quite absurd. Adventure of a bear and bird. So she'll comment every so often saying stuff like that. There's also I thought there was a token back here. Guess not. Now we're gonna have this soggy little spot here. And head into the next area. Next, there are several things that we can do here. However, I'm just going to essentially just do the one that's the most obvious, which is we're gonna jump. Wait, is this the way to get there? Or is it? No, it's over here. So there's several things we can do here. I'm gonna avoid those for now. We're just gonna go. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. We go down here. We can find the entrance to Treasure Trove Cove. So this is a pirate-themed land with water, sand, and yada yada yada. We're also going to have different music here, which I think is actually kind of cool. Ahoy there, this be Treasure Trove Cove. There be 2 new moves for ye to find. So now that we got everything we want for the first thing, first of all, we're going to view the totals. It's going to show that we've collected everything in Momo's Mountain. It took us 19 minutes in order for us to do that. You see, Treasure Trove Cove, we have the same amount of stuff. So we're going to actually hit save and quit. This will trigger a game over cutscene for some reason, but I'm going to let you guys observe that before I end the stream. Banjo's game ends in my tower. Turn it up, I need full power. Yes, your Grunty ship. Transformation soon be complete. Help me, Banjo, I feel all funny. Bear and bird finished. Grunty wins. Look at Grunty, she's a beauty. And much prettier than Tootie. Oh, you are mistress. Mumbo's gonna become a simp. Grunty nice, come back to Mumbo's skull, yes? And then transforms Tootie into a grotesque monster. Banjo, your sister wants a word with you. Now. And that's the game over. Anyway, that is the first part of Banjo Kazooie. That is the first world. So I'm going to guess, considering there are 10 worlds, plus the boss battle is going to take about 10 to 15 streams to complete. But anyway, that is Banjo Kazooie. Very fun game. Like I said, if you get an N64 controller, you might have an easier time playing the game, because this particular controller doesn't have that, neither do the Switch controller that you normally get. But anyway, that's going to do it for the stream, everyone. Thank everyone for watching. This is ThatStreamer1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.